Hey ladies and gents, this is Linda Faychick777 and today I'm coming at you with the design team project for the piece by piece. Now this project I decided to take an old book, a real book, and alter it and turn it into a clock. I know, kind of a fun idea, huh? So, if I can think of anything to make into a clock, I'm going to do it. So I'm going to move my sign out of the way and then move the project in and show you what I came up with. And let me adjust my camera just a bit here real quick. And then we'll just bring this right on in. Let's see if I got it back far enough. Am I in? Over a little bit. There it is. I know, kind of cool, huh? I decided to work with Marion Smith Mad Tea Party collection and a few chipboard pieces from some of the Prima lines, like I think the Divine collection, and then like Stationer's Desk, a couple of chipboard pieces like that, and then the rest of the laces and embellishments came from Beverly's shop. So right now I've just got it on a regular stand that I purchased from the store. I didn't do anything to the stand. It's already painted black. I know I don't know where to start. I wanted this to be kind of whimsical, but yet a little bit mixed media-like. And what I had to do is I kind of had to, right down here you can see my clock, and I had to be able to bring the clock through, a little section of pages, but then also allow the battery pack of the clock to set inside of the book so that the book, sits flush. So let me do a few adjustments with my camera. I'm going to bring my camera down and up, and so that I can bring the book up to the camera. I think it's going to be easier for me. I'll bring this in a little bit and we'll get a closer look at it. Now, in order to make all the pages, what I had to do was I Mod Podge each and every sheet together. I figured out how much thickness that I would need on this right side to house the battery, the clock mechanism, flush inside the book. And then I left, whatever I didn't need on this side. So first thing I'm going to do is just move this out of the way. It's just this little holder, all black, ready to go. And let me show you just the first thing I did, like on the back of the book, is I covered it with the Mad Tea Party paper. I didn't decorate the back or anything because I knew it would just be laying on the stand. Okay? And then you can see how I did the pages. And like I said, I Mod Podge. So all these pages, I had to sit and Mod Podge every sheet to each other. But it actually went kind of fast. I think it was done in like 15-20 minutes. And then I just Mod Podged it like right in the center, basically, of all the pages, and left the ends kind of open so that I could curl them up like this. Okay? And then I took the pages, kind of rough, because I took like the Prima Distresser and ran it across it. And then I took like Tim Holtz tea stain, or I'm thinking of the Prima tea stain, but it's the Tim Holtz, the tea one, ink, and kind of ran it along all the edges too to kind of give it that kind of brown discolored look. Okay. You can see here where my clock will sit inside, and I left this end all loose, see, so that I could kind of curl it up. Okay, and then I covered, even though the pages are glued to like the spine here, I still went ahead and covered the whole inside, covered it inside here, and in the back flap of the book. you know, just so if any edges show, which it does, it's got a nice finished look to it. So let me kind of go down the pages here, kind of go down the book, give you a nice slow peek. And then we'll kind of come back around and I will explain stuff. Okay, so what I did is let's go back over to this side and let me adjust my camera down a little bit more yet still. On the edges of the paper, I used like a Martha Stewart scalloped punch there to kind of give some edging to some of the stuff. And this isn't Martha Stewart. I can't remember which one this is, but it's one of those notebook edge punches. And then I did a little bit more punching over here on this side. Okay. I know I'm kind of going all over the place. And so then what I did is I just started layering some of the papers. We'll come down through here. This is one of the tags from the paper collection. And then on top of that, this is a resin frame from the Piece by Piece shop. And then on top of that, I've got a little Prima resin butterfly. And then next to that, I've got some Wild Orchid Craft flowers that I just laid and I left the stems on. I kind of like that look. I have been seeing that in a couple of videos I'm watching, so I think I'm going to start doing that now because I kind of like that. And then also you can see kind of this bead look here, and you can kind of see it over here. I've got it all throughout my project. Just recently I picked up some of this Liquitex glass beads from my local scrapbook store. And you can see the texture there, and it's all those teeny tiny little bitty glass beads, and it goes on white, but when it dries it turns to that clear transparent color that you're seeing on the project. And I think it's really pretty, especially you know. And what I did over the top of a lot of it is I took Prima Color Bloom sprays, the cotton candy and the teal, and kind of added some coloring to it. But some areas I left just clear, and it's just such like this pretty glossy bead look. I really kind of like that. Real subtle, kind of gives it a nice romantic touch, but it just adds some cool texture, so that's kind of fun. And over on this side, this is a tag from the collection. Then I added a little Tim Holtz clock. There you can see some of that beading there. And then this is a spare parts clock hand, and that is layered on top of some lace from the Piece by Piece. It is actually one of the frame appliques. Beverly has them in black and white. This is the black one. It looks just like this, obviously, but I used the white. Beautiful frame applique there. And then I added some Color Bloom sprays to it a little bit. And then I come down here with a chipboard piece. I actually think I used some chipboard pieces from, did I say Stationer's Desk? Yeah, I think I did. This is probably from Stationer's Desk or Time Traveler's Memories. And then I layered on top of that a couple of wood X and O pieces. And then this chipboard teacup is, I think, from the Divine collection, Prima Divine. And then I added on that a Wild Orchid Craft flower. Underneath, this is a candy gem spray in pink from Beverly's shop. What I had to do before I go on explaining everything else on this side is I had to layer this side so that it stays up off the page. I could not glue, like this is up, I could not glue it onto the page opposite of it. So a lot of these just kind of hang free off the edge because you know, when this side comes open, it needs to be able to flip up to access the clock. So you'll see a lot of this kind of hangs off like that. And so that's why, coming back, these candy gems just kind of look like they're hanging in the air here. Okay, underneath the chipboard clock, this is a metal adornment. This is from Beverly's shop, a metal, real beautiful metal piece. I just love it. She's got a couple of pretty metal pieces in there. Back over here, I've got a few pieces from the Epiphany collection, the wood pieces that Beverly carries in her shop. You can see part of the frame here. And then this is one of the clocks from that collection. And then this is a Prima flower. I can't remember what collection that's from, but real pretty little flower. You can bend all these petals out and everything, but I chose to leave it closed, and then I added some of that glass bead gel on there. This beautiful flower is a resin flower from Beverly's shop. I love these. They're really, if you come here, you can see how flat they are, but they're dimensional, so they're really nice. And I added some beads on top of it and some teal color bloom spray just to give it, you know, just a little prettiness there. And then this is another chipboard piece, I believe, from Stationer's Desk. And then over here is a wooden word that says wish that I got from Michaels. And then on this little piece that come from the collection, I've got a little Prima metal paper clip. It's a butterfly there. Okay. Over on this side, I made one of those dimensional hot air balloons. Now, the base of this came from Beverly's shop. Let me show you. Get like a set of these chipboard pieces. It comes with 2 pieces like this big, and you can see palm of my hand big, with a couple of extra little baskets so that you can make it dimensional. 2 of those. And then it also comes with 2 of these smaller balloons, hot air balloons. And then it comes with 1 or 2 of these little pieces so that you could, you know, on top of this hot air balloon with the little basket. So anyway, what I did is I used the base of this for my hot air balloon. Okay. And then what I did to make this fan out is then I cut 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more shapes of this top piece, and I glued them back to back in an accordion type fold onto this to make it look like this. See, I took each piece, folded it in half, and then I glued it to the next piece of design paper. Folded in half, glued it to the next piece, etc., etc., and then I took the 2 back pieces and glued it to this. And so that's how I got that real dimensional hot air balloon shape. And then down the little, you know, strings here, I don't know what you call it, but these little pieces, I used some mini half-back black pearls there, and then created an extra little, I did this dimensional. I had forgotten to use these. I had used this to cut out 2 of these to make it dimensional on my hot air balloon, and then I forgot to use this to glue the piece of paper that I had, you know, design paper that I had cut out. I was going to glue that paper to this and then glue that to my hot air balloon. Totally forgot to use that piece. But it's still there, still dimensional, but it's just with the paper. Kind of a funny thing. But anyway, it's kind of a beautiful little hot air balloon. I love how dimensional it comes off the book. And this beautiful puffy heart trim came from Beverly's shop. And I've got some of that glass bead gel on there as well. This little tiny resin owl came from Beverly's shop. I love these cute little owls. And then this beautiful, almost like pearl drop lace also came from Beverly's shop. And then I added some color bloom sprays to it and some of those bead glass gel stuff. And then this is a Prima resin key. Okay, up in the corner, this is a 7 Gypsies metal corner piece. I added some of that bead glass gel to it, some color bloom sprays. I've got a couple fussy cut pieces here from the collection, Marion Smith collection. A piece here I cut in half, kind of half of a clock. On this little cute tag here, I've got, this is a Prima wooden piece. I chose this R time because it said, you know, the word time. That kind of ties in with the clock, obviously. And these little, they're just little plastic numbers that I got at Michael's in their clock section. You can get like a package of the numbers. And then the clock came from Hobby Lobby, you can get like a package of 6 of them for like 20 bucks, and I used a 40% off coupon. And then right here, this is a little spoon that I got in a gift from, oh, I hate when, Letty. I got in a package recently from Letty. Thank you, Letty. And what I did is I bent it a little bit in the center so that it would act more like a handle. And I'll show you why in a minute. And right in between the pages of this section that I'm going to lift up, you can kind of see the section here. I added some more beautiful lace from Beverly's shop, so it was kind of hanging off the edge of the page. And that is this lace right here, beautiful black trim. I just cut off kind of this top portion. Okay, so that's what's kind of sticking out there. Okay, and then back to this, the little spoon, so that the clock can be accessed, you can just lift up on the little spoon, and then you come inside, and there's the clock mechanism. And I also covered the pages on the inside here, so it looked at least sort of pretty when, you know, you open up to access the clock. And then what I had to do on the inside is I measured the perimeter of the clock. I think my light's not real wonderful here, but I think you guys get the gist. And then I had to take a craft knife, and I had to slowly just cut out layers and layers of the paper. I think that's probably about 1 inch thick. So I cut out all the layers of paper there in a nice square. So when I pulled each of those layers of the paper out, then this clock mechanism could fit right inside there. And it stays open just a little bit, but that's okay. You know, because the way it sits on the stand, you don't notice it. So, you know, just lift up here, access the clock, the battery, change the time, whatever. Get to see some cute Mad Tea Party paper, and then you can close it right back up. I know, right? Super cute. I kind of like how this turned out. I like how I kind of took a book, turned it into a clock, you know, made it kind of mixed media, made it real dimensional. Really love that. And then, of course, like I said, it'll sit on this cute stand. So let me adjust that right back up for you. Sit on the cute stand. It'll sit on your desk, and you've got a cute clock to stare at. I love it, and I hope you love it too. I will have all the links down below to everything the piece by piece. I will have a link to my blog so you can see closer up pictures of this project. And I thank you for sharing your time with me, and I'll talk with you again soon. Bye.